Hey guys, hello, hello, hello. Sorry, I was having a little technical difficulties. Welcome. Hi, I'm Nadawa from Paperflow Designs. I am here to talk to you today about the 10 most profitable crafts to make and sell. As you're coming in, say hi, let me know where you're watching me from. Let me know if you're enjoying your Black Friday, if you're off today. It's not really Black Friday in France today. They have rescheduled it, so it will be on for next week, I believe, because of what's going on with the pandemic. So they have rescheduled Black Friday here. Well, let me know if you're grabbing up any of the Black Friday deals. 'Cause now is the best time to do it. I think until now, until what, Cyber Monday. So that is going on. And of course, like I said, since I'm in France, I didn't celebrate Thanksgiving here because we don't have Thanksgiving here. But I did talk to my family members and, you know, saw them by video, saw some pictures of the good food that they were eating that looked delicious. So I hope if you celebrate Thanksgiving that you had a wonderful one and you're ready for the weekend like I am. So, like I said, I'm Nadawa from Paperflow Designs. I make digital illustrations and show crafters, probably like you, how to use them in your crafts by using a Cricut machine, a silhouette machine, or any other kind of cutting machine, and other things that you can do with your digital drawings. I usually use Inkscape, and some of the things that I'm going to talk to you about today, you can use Inkscape or another software program to make them. Let me know if you have any questions. Go ahead and enter them into the comments. I will try to make sure to keep an eye on them so that I can answer them. And even if you're watching this on the replay, go ahead and put your comments and questions in because I try to always go back and watch the videos. I'm just looking down to make sure that I plugged in my computer because one time I forgot and I think the battery almost went out on me, but it looks good. All right, and one more thing, if you know of anyone who is a crafter that wants to maybe switch crafts or get started into a new craft, likes to make SVGs, likes to use a Cricut machine, please go ahead and share this video with them because they might enjoy it just the same way that you are enjoying it. All right, I got my tea, I'm ready. All right. I also want to let you know, since I don't like to come on here empty-handed, that I do have a little gift for you that you can go ahead and download my freebie file, which is a list of 7 apps to make SVGs. If you have like just an iPad or an Android tablet, you can use different apps that you can download the apps and make SVGs from any one of these apps on this list. So you can go ahead and the link should be in the description where you can just put your little email in there and yeah, get the freebie, get started, try out some new different software programs that maybe you didn't know about. All right, let's see. All right, let me make this screen a little bigger so you don't just see just my face. Even though I'm happy to be here. Hope you're happy to see me. All right, so can you really make money selling crafts? If you already do, you probably already know the answer to this. Yes, the answer is yes. And that is both digital and physical. So before, if you haven't delved into this before, if you're maybe just making crafts on your own as a hobby and you want to make a little side money out of it, it doesn't have to be like, your full-time income if you don't want it to be. It can just be, a side gig. You have to think about what can you make to sell money? And the answers to that are so vast, so endless. And you also might want to think about what handmade items are in demand. What are people looking for? Because it's great if you make something, but if you want to make it and sell it, it has to be something that's, kind of popular that people are interested in. Otherwise, it's just going to be sitting there in the house with you. And that's probably not what you want if you're trying to sell it, no? So how do you find out what's popular? My best go-to places are Etsy, of course, because I sell on Etsy. I would also check out Amazon. And when I say Amazon, I know you're thinking, okay, why did I turn that off? 1 second. Yeah, that. I just shut my camera off as well. All right, give me 1 second, guys. See, I thought of everything, but apparently I did not, because I left my ringer on, and I'm using my phone today as a camera because I found out I could do that. All right. Yeah, technical difficulties. These things happen. See, just when I thought I had thought of everything. I did not. All right. I think I shut that down. We'll just double check, make sure this ringer is off. Okay. Ringer is off. I am putting everything back in place. I'm gonna have to make myself a checklist and make sure that I'm checking these things. All right, I am back. Sorry for the little disruption. All right, I'm back. Let me know if you can see me and hear me. Where was I? I was talking to you about places that you can find out what's popular, what's trending if you are planning on selling your handmade items. I mentioned Etsy. If you do a quick search on there, I'll give you a little trick. When you type something into the search bar and you start typing, let's say, I don't know, funny mugs, it'll automatically fill out like with what's popular on in the search at that moment. The same thing happens if you go on Amazon. Amazon also has a handmade section. So if you make something that you want to sell, you can sell it on Amazon handmade. And we know that everybody and their mother is on Amazon. So those two places, I would say those are my number 1 and 2 spots to sell things that you make that are handmade. And handmade meaning like, you make it yourself. All right. Like all flustered that the phone was ringing. Got me like off point. And like I said, if you have any questions, go ahead and enter them in so that I can see them and eventually get to them so I don't forget them. Actually, I wanted to mention to you the reason why, okay, I always keep talking about Etsy and why, you should get on Etsy. It's cheap to get on there. It doesn't cost a lot of money. It's easily accessible. You don't have to pay a monthly fee. All these great things. But actually, when I first started selling on Etsy, I was selling a similar product to what I sell now, but it was a little different. I was selling clip art, and it wasn't going that well. And I had a customer, I think he sent me a message one day, and he's like, "Oh, do you make SVGs?" I didn't even know what he was talking about. So I'm like, "Okay, what are SVGs?" And he explained this to me really quickly. He's like, "Oh, I'm looking for this, and they're really popular, and you can use them." With a cutting machine. And so then I realized, okay, it's pretty much the same things I was doing with the clip art, but just in a different file format. So I started making those, and they started selling very well in my shop. So all that to say that you can get, your inspiration for ideas for what's trending, what's popular from lots of different places. It can be from customer requests, potential customer requests. So people who they're not your customers yet, but they could be friends and family that are asking you, oh, I love it when you make this thing, or I love, those, really funny mugs that you make. Can you sell those to me? If enough people are asking you about that, then you know that it's popular. At least gives you an idea of what you can make that's popular. Let's see. Oh, drying them out there. All right, so let me get into it. What are the 10 most profitable crafts that you can make and sell? If you have a Cricut machine or a silhouette machine, you can pretty much make any of these that are on this list. If you use Inkscape and you need help, I do have an Inkscape shortcuts guidebook. It's an ebook that you can download, and it'll show you all the shortcuts for Inkscape, all the ones, my favorite ones that I use, the most popular ones. It'll just save you time. You don't have to go to the menu, look for, what's the name of the shortcut? How do I crop this? How do I group this? How do I duplicate it? How do I, go to the text menu? How to align it? If you don't know what Inkscape is, it's a software program. If you do know what it is, then you know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about using the shortcuts. So if you're interested in that, I do have a link in the description to show you where you can get the ebook for the shortcuts. And trust me when I tell you, it is a lifesaver. Let me just make that a little bit bigger so I can show you. So these are in no particular order, but from what I've seen, like I said, going on Etsy, going on Amazon Handmade, I keep seeing these items pop up all of the time. And the sellers that are selling them are doing very well. If you want like this complete list, I do have a blog post that shows you this list, and you can just like download this list for free. But so you'll see custom t-shirts. And when I say custom t-shirts, like you make them for like birthdays or anniversaries, it'll have like someone's name on it, maybe their age, say like, birthday queen or birthday girl. Those are very popular and in demand all the time. Glitter tumblers, vinyl decals. Decals, people, I have gotten people sending me messages asking me like, oh, is this, because I sell SVG files, they think that they are like physical files. And I have to tell them, no, I'm sorry, I don't make vinyl decals. So if that is you and you make vinyl decals, there is a huge demand for that. Baby birthday clothing kits for like a first birthday celebration. People, they want to commemorate their child's first birthday, so they go on there, look for something special, and buy that for their kids to celebrate that event. Pet costumes is another one. People love their pets and love getting like, little cute t-shirts with their name on it, sometimes with like a little cartoon picture of them on it. Even if you don't know how to draw, like just putting the name of the pet on a shirt and, customizing that for people, people love that. Another one is leather keychains, wooden name puzzles. That's also great for birthday gifts that I've seen people doing. Mommy and me outfits, because come on, when you have a baby, you want them to look like you, the little mini me. And by outfits, it could be something simple like as matching t-shirts. Like I said, again, you make the t-shirt, you personalize it with their name, put like, a really nice fancy font on it. Maybe put like a little image or a little drawing of like a mom and the child. Temporary tattoo sheets, those are huge, and not just for, I would say they've also been big for weddings, even though weddings may be right now not a thing that people are gathering in big groups. They're also very popular for like for birthdays as goodie bag gifts. So even if you're not gathering together in like huge groups of people, you can still give, like for here, for instance, the kids are still going to school. So if they're not having like a big birthday party, you can still give out like, goodie bag gifts, like drop it off at the school. And those temporary tattoo sheets are a great, great thing to put into those little goodie bags for kids. And the last thing I have on my list are birth announcement pillows. So instead of making, cards for to announce the birth, you can make like little pillows. You can also make those little pillows to celebrate each month of the baby. So this is my list of the 10 most profitable crafts to make and sell. Of course, there's tons and tons of other things that you can make and sell, but I have seen these come up regularly over and over and over again. And it's been like, for me personally, been selling on Etsy just under 3 years, or not even 3 years yet. And I keep seeing these pop up all the time. So like I said, if you have any experience at all with a Cricut machine, with a Silhouette machine, you can make these things. And you do not have to be very artistic. If you're not, like, don't let that scare you from getting into this. You can start out with making text designs. I have like a mini course showing you how to make uh, text SVG files. So just taking like regular fonts that you already have on your computer, fonts that you can get for free from lots of different places, putting that into your Inkscape program and turning those into SVG files that you can put on things like I showed you, the Mommy and Me shirts, the matching shirts, the custom shirts, the pet costumes. So there's really nothing that can stop you from getting into it if you're worried about, not having artistic skills. If you want to develop that, you can develop that, but you can start right away with just, doing something as simple, I would say, as writing names on these products. So that is my list. Like I said, I have a PDF sheet where you can download that for free on my blog post. I don't think I've put that link in there yet, but I will add that in there so you can get that. I also mentioned to you that I have an ebook called Inkscape Ready, Set, Go. It shows you all of the shortcuts. It shows you all of the shortcuts for Inkscape. So if you are interested in making your own SVG files, you can get all the shortcuts to show you how to do that in Inkscape. Because when you're first starting out, it's a little difficult to get to know the software program. The menu, you open it up and it's got like things all over the place. And there's a lot of different shortcuts in there. So I've just like assembled them all into this one easy little ebook that you can download and have all of them right there at your fingertips. You print it out, and you've got all of the shortcuts for Mac, and then all of the shortcuts for PC ready to go for you. The ebook, Leslie Ann, is $19.99. Yes, right now, if you're watching this, November 2020, the ebook is $19.99. So let me know if you don't see the link. It should be in the description, depending on where you're watching this from, because I don't know. I see that you're coming from Facebook. It should be there in Facebook. I don't know if it's there on YouTube yet. If it's not, I'll go ahead and put that in later. If you're watching this and it's not there now, circle back around and like maybe tomorrow I'll have it in there, but it should already be in there. But let me know if you have any experience using Inkscape. I love it. I've been using it for almost 3 years now. And at first, like I said, it was a beast because there was just so much to learn. But once you get going with it, once you practice with it, you can just do so much with it. Last week, I came on here and talked to you about why you don't need Adobe. And spoiler alert, the reason is because you can use Inkscape, which is what I use. So all the things that you can do with Adobe, I would say like 99.9% of those things, you can do it with Inkscape too. And it's free. So if you've never used it, give it a try. Seriously, I think you'll love it. I love it. All right, you guys. Thank you for coming on. Let me know if you have any other questions. Like I said, even if you're watching this later, I'll come back and I try to circle back and see what questions people have and try to answer them for you. But that is my list of the 10 most profitable crafts that you can make and sell right from home with not a lot of experience, with not a lot of skill. Anybody can do it. Thank you for joining me. I want to wish you a happy Black Friday and a good weekend. And hope you are grabbing up all the deals because I'm like checking my emails to see like some of these things. I'm just can't pass them up. I will see you guys next Friday. Next week, I'm going to do a come chat and draw with me. So if you're interested in seeing like what I do in Inkscape, you can check that out. It won't be a tutorial, but it'll just be me drawing. You can see what that looks like. If you're new to the interface, if you've never seen Inkscape before, you want to get an idea of what that looks like, how to use it. Yeah, come chat, bring your questions, and we'll do a little chat and draw together. All right, guys, have a great weekend, and hopefully I will see you next week.